Hello guys, welcome back. And in this course, I'm going to take you from zero to hero on how to build Laravel APIs. I assume you are a complete beginner, you do not have any knowledge of Laravel. And so I'll take you step by step from the ground up. APIs is one of, say, most demanded skill on the current world, whether you work as a full stack developer or whether you work as a backend developer or whether you work as a front end developer. Understanding how to build APIs and to consume them is one of the major skills that is required in the current development world. And when you learn this skill, perhaps you can be able even to apply for more complex jobs than you are currently at or in, and be able, just to advance your career. So without further ado, let us dive in and see the course overview for this course. So on module one, we are going to learn, of course, how to set up the project. This is basically majorly what is the REST API, Laravel setup, model and migration, database seeders and factories, and then control, or rather control structures. And then we'll have also routes and endpoints. Then we'll go to module two where we learn about majorly responses and authentication. So we learn things like formatting responses using, Laravel resource. We learn about response codes and how to apply them correctly to your responses, to your API responses. We learn about how to set authentication with Sanctum, how to consume APIs or to set up authentication using bearer token scopes and middleware. For example, you have an admin, you have an editor, you have a writer, you want to create their scope and middlewares. We learn all these there. And then we learn how to group endpoints and to secure them. In module 3 now we learn how to write tests for our methods to write tests using Laravel test packages, and then we'll see how we can be able to write tests, for example, the index method, the show method, the update method, the delete method, and much more. And then lastly, in module 4 we learn how to document, the APIs. This will be an interesting one whereby we learn features of a good documentation, how to document a REST API in Laravel using, the scribe package, and we'll document the endpoints, we document the authentication, we document the headers, how to add, headers and metadata, we document how to add request query, URL and body parameters, how to document responses, and have some key takeaways from the project. So by the end of this course, I guarantee you will learn the full process and the full skills that you need to develop a Laravel API and how to protect again that APIs. So by the end of this process, I believe from zero to hero, you will have learned how to develop Laravel APIs and become a better developer, and apply it in whatever case that you want. So without further ado, let us dive in and see how to do this.